Now let me show you just how easy it is to create, edit and share films of that quality on this device. So easy that all of us can do it, not just the connected generation, not just these highly connected kids. All of us can do it. It's that simple, and I'll show you. So I'm going to make with you this evening a shorter version of that film that we just saw, and one that hopefully my nephew can actually show to his mother. So first, I want to capture. I make one click to put me into phone mode, and another click and I start capturing whatever I want. It really is that easy. And you can film, and this is amazing, you can film up to an entire day of footage, 24 hours on this device. Next, and this is where it gets interesting, it's time to edit. Having been the cameraman, you now become the producer. So you click on the storyboard application, and the onboard software has a digital palette that stores all of the clips that you've taken, and you choose the ones you want by clicking on them. So in the timeline you can see I've clicked on the car scene in the first one, and then I'm going to add in Desert Golf to be the second one on the timeline. And then I think the third one I'm going to choose, insert media again, and I'm going to choose the helicopter trip. I simply click on them and they appear in the timeline. I can also add in title cards. So again, I simply press insert animate title, and I can create a title card. So I'm going to create a title card, and let's call it Hello Vegas, and I'll actually type that in using the keypad. And then I'm also going to put in a final screen, and this time I'm going to select a still photo that I took with the Z10, and I'm going to choose a picture of some gambling chips, and over it I'll type the word to the end, and I can change the font, the size, the colour of the text, all very easily and simply. And now that I've got it all laid out, I can insert transitions between the scenes to give it that much more professional look. And so into the transition mode, and I can choose from 15 different transitions, such as spin, dissolve, whatever I like. And so I'm going to choose a box transition between the first one, and then blind, and then finally the last transition will be a wheel, and I'll show you what these look like in a little while. And so having created the transitions between the various clips, next I want to add a soundtrack. And so simply you go insert, click on the soundtrack, and that takes you into your music library. Now I'm going to choose Viva Las Vegas by the Dead Kennedys, obviously very appropriate for the film. And it takes about 15 seconds to render that music track as I overlay it on top of the films. And I can choose whether to overlay it across the whole of the movie or on just certain scenes. It's all about giving the producer the flexibility to make the films they want. And then when I've finished, I can save the film and upload it to any one of my preset sites. And what you're going to see here is I'm going to upload it to YouTube. And with just one click, my sister-in-law will be able to see a somewhat amended version of my nephew's trip to Vegas. And when I say she'll be able to see almost immediately, that's because this device uses HSDPA wireless broadband, which means that the upload process is lightning fast. So there it is on YouTube. Let's take a look at the film we just created on the Z10. And it was so easy to do and so fast. And as you saw, it took us literally just a couple of minutes to be able to take that raw footage and turn it into this film.
You told me I could run a car, but I just can't decide. Should I get the gray or the yellow?
So this was the first clip we put on the timeline. You'll see the transition coming in now, which was that new transition to the Desert Golf. And then I think the next transition we put in was the blind. And you can see the music that we overlaid onto the final clip. And then the end scene with a picture taken on the Z10. So that's it. The Moto Z10 is filmmaking on the fly. But in order to get the quality that we've just demonstrated, we had to include some pretty impressive specifications in this device, like 30 frames per second QVGA video, perfect quality for the social networking that these people do on the web, expandable memory. When this launches, we're going to have 8GB cards available, and that can hold up to 24 hours of video on that one 8 gig card. The 16 million colour display gives amazing playback quality, and the resolution of the screen is something you've just got to see for yourself, so please afterwards make sure you have a look at the quality of that display. 3D stereo sound gives us crystal clear audio through the built-in speakers on the device, and it's a quad band GSM on the Symbian UIQ platform. ArcSoft delivers us the editing suite, which is on the device, and Shozu enables the distribution and the upload capabilities. And all of this is packed in to this high precision metal casing in the innovative kick-slide form factor that we invented. Now, video isn't the only wow feature on the Z10. It's also got probably the fastest camera of any phone on the planet. Fast in that the 3.2 megapixel camera launches in about 1.5 seconds, which is about 4 times faster than the competition. Now what that means is that you'll never miss the moment because you're waiting for the camera to load up on your phone. You're always there, ready to take it. It's fast in that it's got burst and rapid image capture mode, takes 3 frames per second. That's market leading. So let me show you what that means with this 3-second clip of a skateboarding wipeout. So in those 3 seconds, I've been able to get 9 still images of that wipeout, and I can then choose and select any one of those. That's the capability, the rapid burst mode camera capability. And it's also fast when it comes to uploading your pictures. As I said earlier, HSDPA speeds means your pictures will be on sites such as Flickr, MySpace and YouTube almost instantaneously. In fact, there's one feature on this device which is called auto upload. That means that once you've taken a picture, it immediately uploads it to your favourite site automatically with no clicks. That sounds, so it means it could literally be there and your friends could be seeing it before you've even known it. I guess it could be a little dangerous in some circumstances, but again, trying to make it easy for the consumer. So we've talked about the Moto Z10's filmmaking and photo capabilities, and it's got many more qualities, but time doesn't allow me to talk about everything else this phone can do tonight. I could talk about music, I could talk about gaming, I could talk about television. These are all remarkable capabilities on this full multimedia device. But what the Moto Z10 means for this, the most socially connected generation this world has ever seen, is that as they are out and about and living their lives on the go, they can tell and share their stories through pictures or films with their family and friends and even the whole world with the Moto Z10. Anyone can now become a reporter, a documentary maker, a real-time blogger or an aspiring filmmaker. A great product, the Moto Z10, filmmaking on the fly.